Lieutenant Commander Williams, we're in sight of the spaceport. ETA 3 minutes.
We've made it to the Normandy, taking heavy fire. Oh god!
The Reapers. What happened to them at the end of Mass Effect 3? Were they completely destroyed after Shepard's choice? Perhaps they survived by means of control, as Shepard took the Catalyst's spot as the Reaper AI overlord. Maybe the Reapers became pacifist after the merge of synthetic and organic life. Or maybe the Reapers weren't only harvesting the Milky Way galaxy. How's it going, guys? Mr. Holton here, and today we're going to dive headfirst into the endings of Mass Effect 3 once again. But not for the sake of discussing the fate of Shepard, but of the Reapers themselves. But before we do that, remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and if you enjoy the content that I've been making so far, you could always become a member to show your support for the channel. And thank you to all my members of the Ensven squad. You guys are really amazing. Alright, without further ado, let's talk some Reapers, shall we? For anyone who might be unfamiliar with these rather large critters, what are the Reapers exactly? Well, the Reapers are perhaps one of the most memorable villains in sci-fi gaming, and if I dare say so myself, they might be in my personal top 5 villains in any medium overall. These gigantic squid-like robots are actually a synthesis of organic and inorganic material, each Reaper created from the genetic material of one entire species, their organic bodies having been melted down and synthesized into a metallic form that combined not only their collective organic material, but their consciousness as well. The Reapers are walking monstrosities, twisted temples built for 2 reasons. They are tools to bring about a solution to the everlasting conflict of synthetics always warring against their creators, the organic races that create them. And at the same time, they are saved in a collective makeup of all the individuals from a set species that make them entire nations in their own right, comparable to entire countries or planets.
What do you want from us? Slaves? Resources?
My kind transcends your very understanding. We are each a nation, independent, free of all weakness. You cannot even grasp the nature of our existence.
This fact alone is what made the Reapers so special back before Mass Effect 3 had been released. And in Mass Effect 2, we learned of their reproductive methods. They literally melt millions or billions of individuals down into a metallic paste to use as the base material to build another Reaper. Are you terrified yet? Well, you should be, and the writing of both Mass Effect 1 and 2 really succeeded in grabbing our attention when it comes to the Reapers. They're massive walking spaceships, powerful, extremely intelligent, but their motivations were unclear, mysterious, Lovecraftian. Well, up until Mass Effect 3. Now say what you will about the ending of Mass Effect 3, but there's no denying that when the Reapers finally invaded, it really felt like there was no hope. They really were as powerful as Sovereign had stated back in Mass Effect 1.
Organic life is nothing but a genetic mutation, an accident. Your lives are measured in years and decades. You wither and die. We are eternal, the pinnacle of evolution and existence. Before us, you are nothing. Your extinction is inevitable. We are the end of everything.
They swooped in from dark space to harvest the galaxy, and oh boy, the collective gathering of the Milky Way races didn't stand a chance, and you felt it, right up until the very end of the game. The Reapers were still decimating everyone despite the massive army that Shepard had gathered to retake Earth. But then came the ending, or the endings, where Shepard decided the fate of the galaxy either by a red beam, a blue beam, or a green beam that shot out to every mass relay in the galaxy to spread whatever energy Shepard had decided on back on the Citadel. Now, these endings have been debated intensely, and I'm not going to dive into if it's a good ending or a bad ending to the trilogy because we all have our different opinions, and that's fine. But I do want to ask the question, is it possible that we may see the Reapers again in the future chapter of Mass Effect, aka Mass Effect 4 or Mass Effect 5? Well, let's look at some facts. By choosing the blue ending, or Control, Shepard sacrifices his or her mortal form in order to replace the Catalyst as the main AI. In essence, Shepard becomes the leader of the Reapers, directing their actions and using them as tools to help rebuild the galaxy from the destruction that had taken place. This ending speaks for itself. The Reapers would definitely come back for the next game, but, you know, as Guardians of the Galaxy, if I may say so, instead of the terrifying harvesters of civilizations that they were before. Then we have Synthesis, an ending that didn't make Shepard a machine god, but rather solved the problem that was the very reason to why the Reapers were created in the first place. A perfect merging of synthetic and organic life into a beautiful symbiosis. Space magic? Maybe, but the Reapers are said to share their knowledge and collected culture with the rest of the galaxy, and perhaps serving as eternal protectors of the Milky Way. Now, the largest issue for Synthesis especially is that we don't see any hints of the greenish hue on Liara in the next Mass Effect teaser, so the chances that Synthesis could be the starting point for the next game are pretty slim. Still, it is very possible that the teaser trailer only shows us one of the different variations of the game, and that the Reapers still could be roaming around in the galaxy if bioware decides to incorporate all three endings. In my personal opinion, I believe that the Control ending probably has the largest potential to give us another story with the Reapers that could be great. And that's because we know that in this ending, they end up having a good reason for helping out the galaxy, which could open up a path for more powerful external threats that we haven't seen yet. However, in all likelihood, the Destroy ending would probably be the canon ending if there ever was one. We know that the Reapers seem to have been entirely killed or at least shut down if your Shepard chose to destroy them, in which case we can probably trust that the Reapers are going to stay dead into the next game. But here's something interesting. Even if you chose to kill the Reapers, this doesn't mean that they all exploded or disappeared a la getting dusted by Thanos style.
I don't feel so good.
Their bodies still float around in space, or lay on their metallic backsides back on any planet they were harvesting. We can even see as much from the next Mass Effect teaser, where we see Liara climbing a dead Reaper with another one not too far into the distance. So if we are to go on the teaser trailer, we will probably see the Reapers again, even if this means that we won't actually talk to one again, as they're all probably completely dead, as in their inner cores are destroyed. But this opens up another possibility: their technology. I've talked about this in a fairly recent video where I talked about several different villains that we might see. That maybe the races of the Milky Way galaxy tried to salvage parts from the Reapers, you know, harvesting the harvesters themselves, for technology. Because we know that the Reapers were significantly more advanced than any other species in the Milky Way by, well, light years ahead even. It could even be possible that the next conflict that we could see would be something that would be fought by using Reaper tech. Maybe that's why we see a huge crater on the new poster that we got from bioware. I mean, who knows, but I would imagine that the body of an intact Reaper would be extremely valuable, and it wouldn't surprise me if conflicts escalate because of the value of Reaper technology. And for anyone who would prefer intergalactic conflicts between existing species, like a civil war or the like, a power vacuum from dormant Reaper technology would probably be the most logical way to go forward. But what about the possibility of the Reapers harvesting other galaxies? Could this also be a possibility? Well, I don't doubt that they could, but if we look at their motivations, it seems like they would be spreading themselves too thin by going to other galaxies. Not only were they resting in dark space just for a surprise attack, but they were also conserving energy. Traveling past the speed of light to and from other galaxies would probably use too much resources. Besides, the catalyst was located on the Citadel in the Milky Way, where the Reapers had control already. Still, who knows? It's still a possibility, but I think it's a rather slim one. But I want to hear what you guys think. Do you think we will see the Reapers again, dead or alive? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, have a great day, guys. Mr. Holton, signing out.